legal and insurance business, and overall, looks like Robert did an excellent job in coming up with some coverage in a short period of time. The only other concern I would have, which is outside of his control too, is the law enforcement liability and the public officials rates, which are high, pretty mild. The issue I have is, I'm not, without seeing the policy, and I don't know, it may well be the same policy, but directors and officers are traditionally a little bit different from the public official liability. And again, without seeing the policy, I don't know if it would cover things like civil rights violations or violating somebody's economic rights or different things like that that are not traditionally covered under what's called a D&O policy.
Well, under theirs it is, but they excluded it for our standpoint because we've got so many lawsuits running. That is part of our the change that they made on the D&O policy or the other policy is that what they did is they excluded employment practice, which is going to be just about everything he just said. Those items are excluded from this particular policy.
So I guess what I'm saying is, going into this, thinking you've got full public official liability insurance may not be the whole story.
Well, you've got a $25,000, they call it retention, it's still a deduction. It doesn't matter what you call it.
But
They call it a retention, but it's still the same thing. It's, and I don't need any misunderstanding coming down the road, it's a deduction. They're giving us,
Well, did anybody else try to get some insurance?
I think everybody tried, but
I mean,
we tried with every other company that we knew of to try, and nobody would even use.
I mean, I called the witness company myself. I mean, and they were saying that they had sent 2 applications to the lawyer, but then they're saying, I don't know what happened to the application. This was in April. Since you presented that, I hadn't.
Well, see, some of them, they knew they couldn't get it, so they weren't going to bother coming down here to fill out the application. They said if you'll fill out the application, then we'll look at it. We'll send it to the company to look at it. But I mean, just the applications are, that's the application, just for part of it. That doesn't count the supplemental acts. So it gets into a lengthy process.